They pick the fight, push your buttons, say the thing they know triggers you. You think it's about the topic, the issue, the disagreement. It's not. They're testing whether you'll break, whether emotion controls you or you control emotion, whether you're solid or hollow. The Stoics recognized this 2,000 years ago. Most conflicts aren't debates, they're evaluations. Today I'm showing you exactly what's being tested and how to pass every time. The Stoic recognition, Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. But he understood something deeper. People create what happens specifically to observe how you react. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous and surly." He wasn't being pessimistic. He was recognizing that difficult people are testing mechanisms. They reveal who you are under pressure. The Romans called it probatio characteris, character testing. Every provocateur, every contrarian, every person who seems to argue for sport, they're running diagnostics on your character. Once you see this, everything changes. Test 1. Temperamentum, can you stay calm? The first test. Temperamentum, can you maintain composure when provoked? Someone attacks your position aggressively, insults your intelligence, questions your competence. They don't care about the topic. They care whether you'll maintain frame or lose it. Seneca, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. When someone provokes you, they're asking, how quickly can I make you abandon reason? Last week someone challenged my work publicly. This is the sloppiest analysis I've seen. Did you even try? My immediate feeling, defensive rage, face hot, comeback forming. Then recognition, this is temperamentum. They're testing my composure. I pause 3 seconds, then point out the specific flaws and I'll address them. Calm, even tone, no defensiveness. They stammered through vague criticisms. The test was passed. Not by winning the argument, but by refusing to be moved emotionally. Marcus Aurelius, how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? The test isn't can you defend yourself, it's can you stay centered while defending yourself. Test 2, integritas, will you compromise principles? The second test, integritas, will pressure make you abandon principles? Someone argues you should bend your rules. Everyone does it. Just this once, it's not a big deal. They're not debating ethics. They're testing whether your principles are negotiable under social pressure. Epictetus, if you wish to be good, first believe that you are bad. Translation, your principles only matter when maintaining them costs something. Last month someone pushed me to exaggerate project timelines to client. They'll never know. It gives us buffer room. Not an argument about project management. A test. Will I compromise integrity for convenience? I said, we give accurate timelines. If we need buffer, we build it honestly. They pushed harder. You're being rigid. Everyone pads estimates. Still not an argument. Still a test. Then I'm rigid. We don't pad estimates. The testing stopped. They'd found my boundary. Solid, not movable. Seneca, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. The test isn't whether your principles are comfortable. It's whether they're actual principles or convenient preferences. Test 3, constanta. Do you change with audience? The third test, constanta, consistency regardless of audience. Someone says contradictory things to different groups, then watches to see if you'll call it out or stay silent. They're testing, are you the same person in every room? Marcus Aurelius, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Someone tells leadership one story, tells the team another, then looks at you during the contradiction. Not an accident, a test. Will you maintain truth or protect comfort? 2 weeks ago, someone claimed credit for collaborative work in front of executives, having previously acknowledged my contribution privately. They glanced at me after claiming full credit. The test, will I correct this publicly or stay silent? I said clearly, we worked on this together. My contribution was X, yours was Y. Uncomfortable, also consistent. Had I stayed silent, I'd have passed their test wrong, shown I value comfort over truth. Epictetus taught students, if someone speaks badly of you, live so that no one will believe them. The test isn't whether you can be diplomatic, it's whether you'll maintain truth when maintaining truth is awkward. Test 4, libertas, can they control you through approval or disapproval? Someone withholds approval obviously, gives cold responses, shows disappointment, not because they're actually disappointed, because they're testing. Do you need their validation? Seneca, a man who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary. The manipulator creates social discomfort, then observes whether you'll change behavior to resolve it. Last month, after I declined a request, someone went silent, cold, visibly disappointed in group settings. Clear test. Will I seek their approval by changing my decision? I maintained the boundary, acknowledged the distance. I noticed things are awkward. That doesn't change my decision. The coldness intensified briefly, then stopped. Test concluded. They'd learned. My decisions aren't controlled by their emotional weather. Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The test isn't whether you can maintain relationships, it's whether you'll sacrifice your agency to maintain them. Integration. These 4 tests work together as complete evaluation. Someone starts an aggressive argument. Immediately recognize, this isn't debate, this is testing. Temperamentum. They're checking if provocation breaks my composure. I stay calm regardless. Integritas. They're checking if pressure bends my principles hold. Constantia. They're checking if I'm a different person in different contexts. I'm not. Libertas. They're checking if their approval controls me. It doesn't. Last week, all 4 ran simultaneously. Someone publicly challenged my decision, implied I was being unreasonable. Temperamentum suggested everyone else was compromising this principle. Integritas mentioned how differently I acted before Constantia and made clear their disappointment. Libertas. Recognition. Complete evaluation running. Response. Calm explanation of decision. Restatement of principle. Acknowledgement that my position was consistent. Indifference to their disappointment. All 4 tests passed. The relationship changed after that. They stopped testing, started trusting, because trust comes after testing, not before. The deeper pattern. Here's what's actually happening. People test most what they value most. If someone tests your composure repeatedly, they value calm in chaotic environments. If they test your principles, they've been burned by people without principles. If they test your consistency, they've dealt with too many people who change with the wind. If they test your independence, they've been controlled by others' approval too often. Epictetus. When someone seems to be provoking you, realize you provoke yourself. The tests aren't attacks. They're attempts to determine if you're safe to trust, work with, or invest in. Most people fail by treating tests as arguments. They defend, explain, justify. All emotional responses. Stoics pass by recognizing the test and demonstrating the quality being tested. The ancient Stoics lived in Rome where everyone tested everyone. Political allies today were assassins tomorrow. Trust required verification. They survived by recognizing. Arguments are rarely about the stated topic. Usually they're about whether you're solid. You face these tests daily. The provocations, the boundary pushes, the consistency checks, the approval withdrawal. Now you recognize them. Not conflicts to win, but evaluations to pass. Stay calm under provocation. Hold principles under pressure. Maintain consistency across contexts. Act independently of approval. Do this and the testing stops. Because they found their answer. You're solid. Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Pass the test by being untestable. Which test do you face most? Comment below. Subscribe to Stoic Forge for wisdom that turns conflict into clarity. Share with someone who's being tested right now. Remember, they're not arguing. They're evaluating. Show them what they need to see. Thanks for watching. See you next time.